Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Friday. It's Breakout Bag Lunch. Today is January 30th, 2026. And unfortunately, we are looking at a red day here on the Topstep account. I took one trade on the Apex account and also had a red day on that eval as well. I'm down a little over $400 on there and then down a bit over $500 on the day here on Top Step. So I'm going to do a review of the traits and then a retrospective to hopefully avoid this from happening again. Let's get into it. Today overall was very choppy in terms of price action. We had at first some nice bullish momentum. Well, we were below VWAP overnight, then we reclaimed VWAP. So I had a bullish bias going into the trading session. So when we had this bullish break of the 5-minute opening range, and then a move lower, and then move above this golden pocket, 61, 50% ish zone for the bid retracement, I decided to get into longs, but those didn't quite work out as expected, and I got stopped out. I tried again right here to get, well, in this case, I didn't get stopped out. This was actually a successful trade, kind of. We had this move up, and then we just had this aggressive move down, so I decided to just get out of this trade early. And then, let's see, we did have another VWAP bounce here. And since we were moving above the golden pocket, I wanted to get into, which was working out very well at first. My target initially was at like the 7,008 level, but that didn't work out as I had wanted it to because we had another move up and then we just went straight back down. Sold those longs at a loss. And by the way, all these trades are 3 MES contracts. And then once we had this break and move above VWAP again, I decided to try to take longs again, and you see how that worked out. I ended up with another losing trade. So 3 losing trades today. And later I actually took a short that lost. Once we had a break and then a retest of VWAP. Well, in this case, we had a bearish break, a move above VWAP. This tested like the 50% ish, 61% area for the fib retracement, and then to move back down. So this was actually a setup that I like to take, and it would have worked out well. The issue is that I think I just exited too early, and so that ended up being a loss. But that trade actually could have been a nice winner. All right. Now that I've reviewed the trades, I do have to say that today's trading definitely was not the best. I mean, just the price action for today was not easy to trade in, but I definitely could have handled it better. And I'm worried that I'm slipping into those bad habits again that caused me to have big red days before. I'm just looking back at the trades that I took. I think this first long was a little premature. My original idea was that we had a retest of VWAP earlier in the pre-market, but I really should have just waited for a VWAP retest during the New York session. That would have been better. I mean, this trade still wouldn't have reached my price target, but at least I would have had fewer losing trades. Another thing that I've noted is, if you notice, I have this red line here. I don't have all my supply and demand zones drawn here on Topstep X, but I did have them drawn in Thinkorswim, and basically we had a an area of supply up here, and so that's something I should have kept in mind when trading. I think, yeah, probably would have been best to just sell once we got to this dem- a supply area, and that way I could have just taken a quick scalp. I think this actually plays into an important topic, which is making sure that all of your confluences point you, or at least most of them point you in the direction of taking a trade. I would say that that was the case here, but I think just because we had this area of basically resistance up here, it probably would have been best to just trade, either take this trade here and sell it up here at this area of resistance, or just not take the trade at all, right? The other issue is just selling too early. And that was a problem with the Apex trade that I took, the trade that I took on the Apex eval, because there was a beautiful short that was in play. But, you know, I just exited too early. Looking back, if I were to trade based on the idea that we had a area of resistance up here, I would have not taken this trade, the first trade of the day. In this case, we didn't have a VWAP retest, and we had an area of resistance, so that's a mixed signal. I would have taken, yeah, maybe this trade here and sold it up here, or not trade this one at all. Same for this trade right here. And then, yeah, I would have taken this trade at noon-ish. It's a little bit before noon, and that would have been a winning trade. So just looking back, I could have had just one winning trade for the day, and that would have been it. Or, yeah, three winning trades, one bigger winning trade, and two smaller winning trades, instead of having a big red day. I really need to be careful when trading the ranges. Can't take a trend following strategy when there really is no trend. So I'm going to take a closer look at today's trading session. Today's trading session and yesterday's trading session, because yesterday was the complete opposite, right? It was just an extremely strong trend with no pullback, or at least no big pullback, and today was just chop and no direction. Okay, I think that's it for today. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend. Bye.